Hey guys, it's Phil. This is one of the many takes that you won't see, probably. Although if this is the final, congratulations, you've got the best version. So this is, this video is long overdue. I've been busy with school lately. But since it's summer, I now have time. Lots of time to do things like this. So today's Update Wednesday, the 20th, I think. May 20th, yes. Today's Update Wednesday. The updates from good old Google in Mountain View are the over-the-air updates to 5.1.1 Android Lollipop for the Nexus 9 LTE, Nexus 4, and Nexus 5 thus far today, since it's just about half an hour before noon on the West Coast. So, today I'm going to do this video right here, this one you're watching, magic fingers to indicate importance. This video is going to be how to use Fastboot Mode and your phone's bootloader mode to update or downgrade, if in my case, or yours, to a specific version of Android. So this version of Android that I have on my phone right now, the lovely white Nexus 5, and I finally got that case that I've been digging after. So the version of Android that I've got on this one, as you can probably tell by the soft keys, is Lollipop, but the specific version I've got is LMY47i, and the version that I was able to get an OTA update zip for was for 47D. So I need to downgrade from 47i to 47D to back to re-upgrade in the next video, which is the second video in this two-part extravaganza, to 48B, which is 5.1.1. So I'm going to show you guys, because it seems a lot of people don't know how to use Fastboot Mode or Adb sideloading to do anything with their phones and just wait for updates normally, because that's not how you do it with a Nexus. This is how to do it with a Nexus. So, once you have, because factory images wipe everything, if you do it correctly, it will wipe everything on your phone. Text messages, pictures, downloads, obviously your APKs, your apps, your data, anything you have saved to Google servers will be fine because it's in servers. So if you have one app I recommend to people is right here. That would be SMS Backup and Restore. If you type into Google Play SMS Backup, it'll be the first app with that logo. It's great. It's free. It's now kind of material designed. It backs up everything as an XML file, and you can upload that to Google Drive and then just download it, download this file, and then resync all of your text messages once your phone is back up and running, which is great. I love that app. It will be linked down in the description. So, the first link, though, will be to Google's developer page, right down there, to the factory images, which we will need for this. So, the factory image I needed personally was 47D, as I said. So, what we're going to do is make sure that once that's downloaded, it's about 500-ish megabytes, 550 maybe, 550 max. I don't remember exactly the size. So once you get it, it will contain a, let's zoom in, let's play the zoom game. Pardon this. And focus. There we go. Okay. It will contain this folder. It will contain a folder called Hammerhead-LMY47D. Or whichever device you're doing, because this will be specific to the Nexus 5, but you can use these steps and change file names for any Nexus device you have. So, my specific file, because I need to downgrade to 47D to do the next video, is LMY47D. So inside this, you want to drag this folder to, let's say, your desktop, over here. Or, like I have it, into my platform tools inside the SDK, inside my Android Developer Tools file folder in my C drive, right? So inside this folder, you will find 6 files, and the way I'm going to show you how to do this will include just this one, and this one, the radio, the image, and the bootloader. So you want to drag those out to the main area where this file is. So, zoom up just a bit, there we go. As you can see, there is a bootloader, an image, and a radio file. So, what we're going to need to do is, from this window, play the zoom game again, pardon this, and There we go. There we go. Okay, pardon the weird lines. Don't know what those are. You're going to, on your keyboard, hold Shift and right-click. And if you see it right there, open command window here. This option will only show up when you Shift right-click, not normal right-click. This window is going to become your best friend during this video, and probably the next one, because this is the command prompt running directly through and having access to the Adb and Fastboot files. Okay, like I said, Adb and Fastboot are super important if you have a Nexus device, because they let you very easily and personally and manually manage what files you have, what software you have on your phone and tablet. So for me, I need to, because this takes a downgrade before it can get an upgrade, what we're going to do is zoom in, not zoom out, zoom in. Okay, focus, great. Okay, what you're going to need to do is plug your device in and plug it to your computer. So the little debugging lollipop shows up. Come on. Okay, well, you see it there. All right. So you will need to type ADB. First, you want to type ADB Devices and then hit Enter. And if your device doesn't show up, skip this bit and wait for the next bit. So if your device shows up, it'll have a number right here. And you will be able to type Adb Reboot-Bootloader and then hit Enter. And then because my device isn't connected or isn't found, it will not do anything. But if it does recognize it, it will boot it into the next screen that I'm going to show you. So the bootloader screen is super important. So how to get to it is, it varies from device to device, but the general idea is to power off the device and press and hold power and volume down or up, or possibly both depending on device. But for Nexus 5, it's volume down and power. You want to press and hold for a couple of seconds, you feel a buzz, and you'll get to this screen. This is your bootloader screen. This is your bootloader interface. And as you can see in red right there at the top, Fastboot Mode. That's what we like to see if you know what you're doing or have a Nexus. Okay, plug it in, your computer will recognize it. Fastboot Mode is essential here. So what we're going to do is update, or downgrade perhaps, the bootloader, the radio, and the system image as the 3 files we pulled. So in Fastboot Mode, we're going to type fastboot, or into the terminal in Fastboot Mode, we're going to type fastboot flash, and then we're going to name the partition bootloader, because that's the one we need it to write the bootloader image to, obviously. And then we're going to do space, and then the file name. You can, rename the file to just bootloader.image, or keep it the way I'm going to do it. So, and then just make sure you type it in there. So for mine, it's bootloader-hammerhead -hhz12f.image. And then from there, let's see if it does anything. So it'll write to the partition. It will not change anything on here. What you will need to do, because you just flashed a new one of these, is choose to reboot the device into bootloader mode again. So from Fastboot Mode, you can type Fastboot Reboot-Bootloader, and then hit Enter, and your phone will reboot back into bootloader mode with the new updated or downgraded bootloader. Okay. From here, we're going to flash the radio. So Fastboot flash, as you probably guessed, partition radio, and then the radio file is radio-hammerhead. There are not 3 E's in hammerhead. Hammerhead-M8974A. And then this will vary for all of you who are using different devices or needing or wanting to go to different versions. So disregard my final names unless this is what you're going to do. And then -2.0.50.25 or 0.2.25.image. It's a long strain of specific numbers. That's your radio. Go with it. Once that's all typed in, you will want to hit Enter. It will send it. It'll take a little bit noticeably longer than the bootloader, because it's a slightly bigger file. So what you're going to do now is the same thing. You're going to reboot back into bootloader. Fastboot Reboot-Bootloader. And your phone will reboot. Back into bootloader mode. Okay, so from here we're going to deal with the image zip. Sorry. So for this one, you're going to type fastboot -w, and that's space -w space update space the name of the file. So for mine, it's image -hammerhead -ly47d.zip. From there, it will ideally go through and flash things. If it fails, which I'm prepared for it to, we will, okay, it failed. So what we're going to do is do the extra manual way. So leaving this window alone, we're going to focus on this a little bit. So we're going to go inside the zip file, and then you can see, you can see all of them. You're going to select all these: boot, cache, recovery, system, and user data .image. You're going to cut or copy, whichever, and then you're going to put them back in this main folder just so it's easy to get to. It'll take a bit because that's a lot of files. So, because that's the bulk of the 500 megabyte download, 500 plus megabyte download you just did for the factory image. So, if it fails, if something doesn't work, you're going to need to flash all of these different things because they each cover a different partition manually. You're going to need to flash them individually. So, what we're going to do is do that. So, it'll be relatively the same as the other ones because we're going to do fastboot flash and then the partition name. So the first one we're going to do is boot and then boot.image because it's fastboot flash partition file name and then enter. And then with the order of these, and the order of these is important just for making sure you get all of them and they all interact correctly. So it will be, once you have bootloader and radio done, you're going to do boot, I believe it's boot cache, let's check. It should be, pardon the clicking, it'll be in the order that it has it. It'll be boot cache recovery system user data. So in alphabetical order, as you can see right there. So we're going to start with boot. So flash boot, writing boot, done. Okay. You can fastboot reboot if you want, but I'm not going to. And you can also skip. Actually, I'm going to pause. So remember, boot, cache, recovery, system, user data. User data will take a long time, and it will look like it's broken, but it's not. It takes a long time because it's erasing your internal storage. So I will pause and come right back when this is all finished. Also worth noting really quickly is that the system image will also take a long time because that is a large part of it too. It's writing over all the partitions that you normally can't access, like your internal storage that stores app things and stuff. It took half a minute for me, so it might take longer or shorter times for you depending on just various things. Okay, and once you have all 5 of those partitions flashed, or if your device rebooted manually and it got you to right here, as I mentioned before, probably didn't, but it would have been linked. So what you have is, if you flashed the image update and it worked and it finished, it would automatically reboot. If it didn't and you had to flash everything manually, you will need to type, obviously, fastboot reboot, and your phone will reboot. This will take you to a brand new, fresh installation, like you got the phone out of the box. There's no files, no text messages, no pictures, no anything, specifically no root. So that'll actually be covered in the next video, linked, let's say right here, this corner. So that will teach you how to quickly root a Nexus, because Nexus has the easy way around everything, it seems. So if this worked for you, let me know. Give it a, let's zoom out, give it a zoom out first. If this worked for you, let me know. Leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment if it didn't, or if something happened that you didn't understand, or something went wrong. If this worked and you carried on to the next video, which I linked right here before, and will probably link right there again, just for sake of simplicity, let me know. If you are using this on any other sort of non-Nexus device, good luck. I don't think this will work because not many companies provide these files. So again, I will come to you with another video in just a bit, which will be instantly if you are coming back to this, and in the past if you are coming back to this actually. So if this helped you, let me know. Leave me any feedback you've got, and I will catch you guys in the next one.